Hello. Good evening. Hello.
Uh, Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
Very fine. Thank you so much for your time that you could, you were busy in US and I actually didn't know that
No,
you
I'm
were
in
there.
Canada. I'm in Canada now.
Okay, you're in Canada.
Yeah. You
So
look
you've been
you look very smart. You look like a person known to me, um, who is now working as general manager in India Cements.
Oh, okay.
You,
That's great.
but he is not like this now, but he was like this 30 years ago.
That's
Now he
great.
is 60 plus.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What is your full name? Samarth Bhatia.
I'm not Matia.
Good. Where are you staying?
Sir, I am in Gurgaon. I've been
Gurgaon.
here in Gurgaon since about 27 years now, 27, 28 years.
Oh, that means you are more or less native of Gurgaon.
Yes, yes, yes.
Apart from that, what is basically you are from which state? Uttar
From
Pradesh,
Punjab.
Punjab.
Yeah.
Oh, good, 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 good. Excellent. Now, can you tell about yourself briefly? Acha, is it okay for you to get this recorded and post it in YouTube later on, or you have objection?
Uh,
You are
I don't have.
working you are working somewhere?
I was working from the past 1 year. I'm not. I mean,
Oh,
I'm.
then it's okay. Then it's not a problem for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. Please आपको introduce कर दीजिए.
Right. So I shared my resume also. So my name is Samarth Bhatia. As I told you earlier, also I put up in Gurgaon. So I've been staying here for a long time. I did my schooling, graduation, and my post graduation all from Gurgaon itself.
Mm,
And I have a commerce background. So
mm,
I did my BBA, specializing in banking and insurance
mm,
from the Indraprastha University.
mhm,
And then I worked for briefly about 2.5 years, about 2 years and 2 months. And then I did my 1 year executive MBA
mhm.
from a
In
college in Gurgaon.
Manipal, no?
No, from a college in Gurgaon. It's called School of Inspired Leadership.
Oh,
It's, yeah,
school.
it's one of the premier institutes now, gotten into that league of premier institutes now.
Oh, very good. One of the leading institutes. Good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This was a 1 year, full time executive MBA. So this is
Mm,
for people who have work experience.
mm,
So that I did, and then I got placed with Axis Bank,
mhm,
and then I was working with Axis in their wealth management division, which is
mm,
for the ultra HNI, which is called Burgundy,
mhm,
and I worked there for about 5 years. So
mm.
from
You know,
2015,
Axis Bank for how many years?
I started in 2015,
Ah,
and I left in 2020. So about,
Bob, you have very rich experience. 5 years.
yeah.
5 full years, Bob, Bob. Oh, number one, your BBA, MBA, followed by, say, Axis Bank, Burgundy relationship. What is that Burgundy?
So Burgundy is their actually the private wealth management service that they offer for their ultra HNI clients.
Mhm. Acha.
In 2020 itself, they launched another segment which was a notch higher than what Burgundy is. So that caters to HNIs whose net worth is over 2 crores with the bank.
Mhm.
But before
Over
that,
2 crores.
o-
Are Baba.
over 2
Oh.
crores.
Mhm. Good,
So
good, good.
before that, they had only Burgundy, which was the only wealth management.
Mhm. Good. Now,
Yeah,
I think your profile suits very much what Bank of Baroda needs.
right.
100%, because I have come across other profiles which are not this much rich enough. That way, good. Now, can you tell what you were doing in Axis Bank?
Right. So, sir, when I joined Axis Bank, I was primarily recruited for this role itself.
Mm,
This is the wealth management role.
mm,
So, the basic role of wealth manager, relationship manager, is to build relationship with ultra HNI clients,
Mm,
get references as well, and
mm,
then build a book. The portfolio that has already been given, you have to expand on that portfolio.
mm,
Along with, you have to build newer relationship for the clients, for the bank. Sorry.
mhm,
So increasing the revenue
mm,
from the bank's own portfolio of products and the third party products that it offers, and these products are across both both assets and liabilities. So we have to do cross sell,
mm,
loans, all forms of loans.
mhm,
Then there's other cross sell, which includes foreign exchange income,
mhm,
forex cards,
mhm,
and then the generic products like the mutual funds, alternate investment products.
mhm,
They had other in wealth management. They also had a philanthropic department wherein there was a access trustee where
mhm.
we offered will writing services and all of them. So it was a whole ambit of creating a very specified portfolio for the client,
Mhm.
just to generate good revenue, obviously, and to generate more and more leads.
So now, from what you say, I think you were having yes number of high net worth individuals allotted to you, or so. What is the strategy adopted in Axis Bank, which you were following? Some group of people were allotted to you, or you were asked to identify the group of people?
Sir, this exercise used to happen on either a quarterly basis or on a 6 monthly basis.
Mm,
Uh, we had a set of clients. We were given a set portfolio of clients by the bank originally,
mhm. Good.
but it was our task to increase that the number of clients as well and increase the book size as well. Both
Mhm,
both the things were allocated. So it wasn't because it's more or less a sales and marketing profile.
mm,
Uh, it was more about incentives. It was
mhm.
more incentive based jobs. So the more revenue you generate, the more incentives you're able to make. And
Excellent.
so there was reshuffling in the portfolios. There were periodic reshuffling wherein if there's some client who does not have enough number of hooks, as we used to call it in Axis, the hooks are what all products, what all basket of products the client has. So
Mm,
if there's not enough number of hooks with the client, we are either we have to entitle to him to get more hooks, more products. And if they are not meeting the relationship criteria, we have an option to exclude them from the proposition, because in itself the bank has a lot of it does a lot of spending on this proposition that it offers,
mm.
because the kind of facilities that it offers, either the credit cards or the debit cards, or even the concierge services that it offers, there's a lot of expenditure that the bank does just to cater to these needs.
Mhm.
So we were also given that option wherein we could exclude the people who were not able to meet that basic criteria.
Yeah, those who don't deserve it.
Right.
Yeah. Now, without mentioning the name of people and the place of the persons,
Right.
can you recollect a very high net worth individual? Say, what was the highest net worth individual whom you were handling, without mentioning whether it is man or woman, whatever it
Right.
is. Yeah.
Right. No, sir. In fact, I had left my job in April 2020, and I've been in touch with all my, not all, but many of my clients I've been in touch with. Obviously, the COVID in itself was a big challenge for all businessmen or even the salaried people, right?
Yeah.
So uh, the high, if you would ask about a figure of what would be the highest total
Highest.
relationship.
No, I am asking about two or three high net worth individuals. See, in some banks, high net worth individuals means 10 lakhs.
Right.
Like ICICI Bank and all, sometimes they give 10 lakhs worth individuals. They allot 150 people for one person.
Right.
Whereas in your case, how many people were allotted? And among them, what was the highest amount?
Right. So I'll just tell this also, because as I said about Burgundy, right? So the proposition of Burgundy, their minimum criteria, that means that the total relationship value that the bank ascertains for one particular client to be a Burgundy client is 30 lakhs. So if
30
the
lakhs.
client has 30 lakhs of total relationship with the bank, which includes savings, fixed deposits, mutual funds, everything,
Hmm.
he is entitled to be under the Burgundy umbrella.
Hmm.
So I had all those clients which are above that limit.
Hmm.
And the top end clients that I had, their total relationship with the banks was in excess of 5 crores.
5 crores also.
Yeah.
Oh God. It's all individual.
Yeah, individual.
A great. Now, good. The reason why I said 5 crores, oh God, the reason is a person who is having that much wealth
Yeah.
normally will be having his own people to guide him.
Right.
आप समझ रहे हैं? अरे
Right.
मेरे पास तो 5 करोड़ 10 करोड़ होगा तो हम क्या करेगा? हम एक अकाउंटेंट को अपॉइंटमेंट करेगा जो मेरा काम सब देखेगा. So
Right.
what was your experience in that regard?
Right. In fact, sir, I speak for myself, obviously. I had, I dealt with such, you can say, opportunities on a very daily or a very regular, sphere. In fact, few of the clients which I am talking about who had, much more relationship value than what the bank expects them to be. As you said very rightly, they have their own people in the form of accountants or even individual financial advisors that they have.
Not
So
only
for
financial advisors एक तरफ होगा, दूसरा तरफ में अपना अपना सलाह को डाल देगा वो to manage. For example,
right,
his brother-in-law
yeah,
or sister-in-law, somebody like
right,
that will be there to take care of it. आप लोग का
right,
क्या रोल मिलेगा उधर बताइए.
right. So, sir, see, relationship manager itself, the term itself is, it shows that what is the job role of a relationship manager. We have to build that kind of trust with the client so that he can see some value in us as an individual, as a banker and our bank as a whole. So let's say, for example, if we have such a client who shared some responsibilities with an accountant or has some family members who is into similar kind of business.
Then
I
you
had
will
few-
then you will have close contact with that member, correct?
Yes, exactly. We would speak to them as well regularly. And then if they'll if, for example, because these clients have been approached by multiple banks, they have accounts in multiple banks, and all of them are premier accounts. So they get quotations from different banks, and whichever quotation is the best, they would go for it, because obviously when high amount of money is involved, even the slightest of difference in interest rates make a lot of difference. So we used to act as an intermediary, wherein we used to convince the client as well, and then we used to go back to our bank, to the seniors, and then we had to refer them that, okay, this is the profile, this is the relationship, and we would want the bank to adjust some kind of somewhere in the interest rate, or make some arrangements, because that is how the bank will gain business if it will lose on certain. So that is what my job, I thought.
Yeah. Now, actually, I sometimes they ask in such interviews, a person you are allotted a person with say 1 crore rupees. I mean,
Right,
here is an individual who has got 1 crore worth of money with him,
right,
maybe either in savings bank or current account or whatever it is. They are all
yeah,
in liquid form. Now,
right,
what is the type of investment will you advise
right.
and justify the same?
Okay, right. So, sir, when I started with wealth management, during our training and everything, we were told that for equities, for if someone has to invest into equities, the ample amount of percentage of money that should be in equities is 100 minus the person's age. So let's say if the person is 50 years old, 100 minus 50 is 50% of the asset allocation should be in equities, not more than 50%, right? But it all depends on the client's, first of all, risk appetite. What kind of risk is he willing to take? So the first step towards asset allocation is ascertaining what kind of risk the client is willing to take. If he is a risk averse client, we would
like myself risk averse clients. हम लोग तो
right,
कोई बैंक में जाएगा सब कुछ को बैंक डिपॉजिट में डालेगा बस. खत्म,
Right.
इससे
Right.
ज्यादा
Right.
कुछ नहीं, सोचते भी
Right.
नहीं है। या
Right. Right.
हमारा भी क्लाइंट को मैनेज करना बहुत तकलीफ है आपको, बिकॉज वी विल नॉट बी इंक्लाइन टू इन्वेस्ट इन एनीथिंग अदर देन फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट.
Right.
But
Right.
even there, once my ICICI man motivated me to invest some 60,000 rupees or so. But then my it came down. And I don't know, sometimes because it was not high risk one. I wanted
Yeah.
investment in some securities
Right.
so that the yield was not much. Then later on, I had to withdraw that money also. Now the
Right.
question is, yeah, first is it depends on the risk-taking capacity of the individual.
Right.
Here I am recollected of some of the videos we get in YouTube where some people cry like anything. This manager this representative, or what do you call, relationship manager motivated me to invest this much amount in this, that much amount in this. बाद में सब कुछ नष्ट हो गया. आपने सुना है ऐसे में वीडियो, सुना है नहीं सुना है?
No, I've not heard.
आपको
I've
समय
not.
ही नहीं, इसलिए नहीं देखा है. There are videos in YouTube where
Yeah.
I don't want to mention the name of the bank. The representative of, like you, a person has asked them to invest in some fund or whatever it is. The value of it has come down drastically down,
Right.
and now they disown responsibility. Bank as it is disowns responsibility.
Hmm.
So that is what it is, and it is there. Are you not aware of such videos?
No,
You
sir,
must.
I am aware. I have not gone, I mean, I have not come across any such videos on YouTube, but
Bombay,
obviously,
it happens in Bombay. Bombay में कोई some families have been motivated to invest by, when they found a huge amount available in SB account, they told,
yeah,
why do you have it in SB account? You invest
yeah,
in this account, you will
right,
get this much, that much, that much.
right,
But बाद में
right,
that much was not there.
right.
आपका ऐसा में भी, you have come across some such
Sir,
experience?
definitely, there are some exceptions that somewhere you would find. I mean, in fact, I remember when I had joined Axis, and when I was allocated the portfolio, I had a couple of clients who had some kind of a foul experience, wherein the previous relationship manager had, advised something, and then maybe you can call it some kind of a mis-selling, or the client's expectations were not met, because it is sometimes seen that the advisor, maybe to quote examples, would quote very high number of returns, let's say for example 15-20% kind of return, and if that 15-20% goes down to 10 or 12%, the expectations obviously are not met. So it tends to make the customer, he can be furious or angry, or obviously he would have some kind of repentions against the advisor or the bank.
Now,
So
now what is the trend in the market when you were in market in 2020 and all?
yeah,
I am sure you would not have had the guts enough to offer 12%, 15%, no, because now where the days, now it is all coming down like anything, bottom down,
sir,
down, down, down. अभी आजकल कितना मैक्सिमम ऑफर बोल सकते हैं आप?
sir, देखिए, we do not quote any figures, because first of all, equities, there's no guaranteed return in equities. Because if we're talking about returns, obviously a higher rate of interest would be only given by equities, not FDs. FDs are very low. In fact, they are capital erosion instruments rather than preserving the capital. You can either look at debt funds because they give you an indexation benefit, but rather, for equities, if you have timed, I mean, if you've spent considerable amount of time in the market, we only suggest that the chances of making a loss in that situation is very less, right? So you have to
now, supposing you are now given an option, which shares will you recommend? I am not going to invest, but just tell me.
Sir,
No,
again,
I am asking you this question so that you get prepared for such questions in the interview. for example, it can be like this. Which type of shares will you recommend?
Right.
How much percentage you will ask him to invest in the shares? Supposing
Right.
a person comes with a willingness that he can invest in high risk investment. No.
Right.
Which shares will you recommend? This one question. And another question is, you come across another person who is not willing to take equity risk, but is
Yeah.
willing to take a mutual fund risk. Which
Right.
mutual fund will you recommend and why? Some such questions you can be asked. Now answer this question for me. Are you in touch with share market?
Yes.
Acha. Tell me which, supposing this 5 crore worth of person is
Right.
telling he can invest about 50% of it, 2.5 crores
Right.
in equity, which
Right.
type of shares will you recommend? Would you recommend his investing in one share or in multiple shares?
Right. So, sir, in equities, there's a saying that you should not invest all your eggs in one basket. You know?
Mm.
So, if someone has decided to invest whatever
2.5
X,
crores. 2.5
exactly
crores.
2.5 crores of amount, right?
Mm.
So, my suggestion or my advice for them would be, first of all, to focus on the large cap, the blue chip stocks. You know, the Tata Motors or the Reliance or the ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, SBI. You should more than 50 to 60% of that money should go into the blue chip stocks.
ICICI shares are good.
ICICI Bank is doing well.
Acha, share wise, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
prices, ICICI,
Prices. See, the point
ICICI,
is that over the
yeah.
past 1.5 years, we have seen considerable amount of rally. Right,
Oh,
these stocks went down to 250, 300 rupees, and now they've come back to the 700, 750, even
uh-huh.
reached to 800.
Mhm.
But even then, again, the point is that if you spend considerable amount of time, you have 3 to 5 year horizon,
Mm.
you can make at least 10% is what large cap blue chip shares they offer, because they have a fixed dividend rate as well. Let's say,
Mhm.
for example, a Reliance share.
Mm.
Reliance gives a decent amount of dividend as
Mm.
well as capital appreciation.
Mm.
So among the 2.5 crores, at least between 1.25 to 1.5 crores should be towards the large caps and the
Mm.
blue chips.
Mm.
And
I
then the
think
remaining amount can be
what
towards.
you say is right. ICICI is doing well now. Today also it is going up by 8.9%.
Yeah.
8.9 लिखा है, not percentage.
वो
Uh,
9 rupees होगा शायद.
8.9 rupees, na?
Yeah, right.
8.9 rupees, I think it has gone up.
Yeah.
Percentage wise, I don't know. So I think it is going up. Good. So you will be investing for equity man in ICICI or Reliance or Tata Motors or something like that. And
Yeah.
are there customers who ask you to justify your recommendation?
Yes, sir, definitely. In fact, all of the clients would ask for some kind of
Proof.
maybe a past record, or a model portfolio that we had created for XYZ client. We do not obviously share the name of the client, but we do have a return sheet of what kind of returns they've been able to deliver to that client. Depending, if they have the same kind of risk appetite, they can compare that
No,
what kind of returns
but
they've been able to generate.
ICICI now I find was in a very high one in November. It has come
Yeah.
down. Now it is going up. I think this we can see from, I think you must be knowing it,
Yeah.
moneycontrol.com.
Right. Right. Right.
Moneycontrol.com / India stock price quote,
Right.
something like that.
Yeah. Right.
So इसमें से दिखाना पड़ेगा customer को that it is going very well, so you will recommend. But are there any disclaimer clause in the applications you are putting or recommending and all that? वो होना
Sir,
चाहिए ना?
sir, actually क्या है कि for in Axis, we
Hmm.
were not recommending stocks. We never used to give stock specific recommendations.
अच्छा.
We used to, because what happens is that stock recommendations are given by the DMAT platform, right?
Oh,
And that is a different segment altogether. That's the securities part.
Hmm.
Because that is not how we will generate revenue. A
Hmm.
particular stock will not help the bank to generate
अच्छा
revenue.
अच्छा,
But
इसमें why you are not interested is that if he invests in shares, you are
Yeah.
not going to get any brokerage or any commission and all
Right.
that.
Right.
आपको म्यूचुअल फंड में डालने से तो हो सकता है 0.5% कुछ मिलेगा.
Right. Right. The bank will
Oh,
earn their commission from the third party product only, right?
so now
So
tell me which one you will recommend in Axis Bank.
a
Out of
mutual
balance 2.5 crore रुपया मेरे पास है.
right. So again, sir, there are multiple fund houses that the bank deals with. Axis AMC is one of them, and there are other HDFC, ICICI, all of the AMCs that are there with all the banks. And among these AMCs, there are multiple divisions. There's large cap, there's mid cap, there's a multi cap,
But
there's a value fund.
when you go really for the interview, I would
Yeah.
request you to be ready with some information on this.
Okay.
Instead of telling generally, for with me, it is okay. But when
Right.
you go for interview, the people who are sitting there are people who are actually dealing with that every day. They know what
Right.
it is. So
Yeah,
उन लोग का
right.
पता होगा. So
Definitely.
be factual.
Right. No problem. I
You
have a
have,
couple of funds in mind, but I will search for whichever are
I'm not
doing the
interested in
best.
names now. You try
Yeah.
to find out the names of mutual funds which you may be recommending.
Right.
But after all, they will be more interested in their own mutual fund. Axis Bank must be having its own mutual fund. वो अपना प्रोडक्ट सेल करने के लिए तो ज्यादा कोशिश करेगा.
Not necessarily, sir, because the third party products also offer a similar
Good
or
commission.
even more. Yeah.
Oh, achha, then it's okay. So, so now for this 2.5 crores, you will invest in what, say, share mutual fund then?
So again, if there's this whole 2.5 crores of chunk has to be invested in equity, the best way to go forward is in the structured manner. So, if the client is open to an alternate investment fund, we can offer an alternate investment fund, whichever is running, right.
What is
For example,
alternative investment fund?
so an alternate investment fund is like a mutual fund, but it is a specialized mutual fund. A specialized fund. It is an alternate investment fund, not a mutual fund, but it is an alternate investment product. So
Which is run by mutual funds,
the AMCs, let's say Axis AMC,
asset
or
management
whatever
companies. Oh,
asset management companies.
Mhm.
So Axis, let's say for example, if I can give you an example, when I was there in Axis in 2019-20, we had an AIF, an alternate investment fund, which was called Axis Equity Opportunities Fund.
Mhm.
And what this product did was that it invested into IPOs, but in the gray market. In the pre-listing stage, it used to invest in the IPOs,
Mhm.
and the listing gains as well as holding gains were transferred to the clients.
Mhm.
But these are for a longer duration. About
Mhm.
3 to 5 years is what these funds are for.
Mhm.
Unlike a mutual fund, wherein an open-ended mutual fund, you can withdraw your money anytime.
Mhm.
These funds have a fixed tenure to it.
No.
And obviously, there's a minimum buy-in also.
Mhm. So I think Axis, you have one very high one, which is yielding very high return as on date. So because you are interested in Axis mutual fund, may which one is playing very well? Usko find out.
There are, as per my information, there is one that is Axis long-term equity, which is actually their tax saver.
Oh.
But it has given phenomenal returns. In fact, sir, in the past 1.5 years, all mutual funds have been able to deliver very good returns.
Very good, because the market has been going boom,
benchmark.
boom, boom. It's been
Exactly.
going up. Now only
The second one that I would, the second one that I know of is Axis Small Cap. So they've been also able to give phenomenal returns because it's in the small cap.
Now, why should we select you? Because one, I am sure you will not have any problem in communicating about the knowledge regarding your products, because you are doing very well.
Right.
Now, the questions like HRD questions like, why should we select you?
Right.
Tell me.
Sir,
Before that, why did you resign from Access without getting a job? Why did you resign? What made you think it is worth resigning and trying out separately? Is it that you wanted to read separately, prepare separately? Because that's what youngsters used to tell me. But what
Yeah.
was your idea? You are not an young person.
Right. Sir, what happened was that in 2020, there was some unforeseen circumstances in my family,
Oh,
due to which I had to, quit my job. My grandmother was diagnosed with cancer,
oh,
and my other family, there are a couple of close relatives also, they're not doing well. So under those circumstances, I had to,
me- you
quit.
had a lot of mental tension.
Yes, and plus that lockdown had come out, and I had to go out of town. I couldn't come back because everything was shut. You would remember, there was no transportation and everything.
Mm,
So that was a very difficult period for me. So I had to take that decision wherein I quit. And then during that period, when I was involved in taking care of my grandmother, my mother was also not doing well.
mm.
Since my mother is a single parent.
You are
So
married?
yeah,
What is your wife doing?
she's in Axis Bank.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
वो उधर में जब उधर काम करने के समय पर लव करके मैरिज कर दिया.
Yes, right. Yes,
That's
yes.
good. That's good. That's very nice.
So
Yeah.
after that, then
She is supporting your coming out of the bank.
yeah,
Hmm.
because one of us had to take that decision to support the family.
Do you have a kid?
No, sir.
No, doesn't matter. Now tell me, this question you will have. Why did you come out? थोड़ा ज्यादा मत बोलिए, briefly बता दीजिए जो कुछ आप
Okay.
बोलना चाहते हैं.
Right.
And second point is, the one I was asking you earlier,
Why do we
why
select?
should we select you? Very important question.
Right.
In what
So,
way Samarth is more suitable? After all, this is going to be a contract job. And
yeah.
why first they can ask you, you are not employed, so you may prefer joining a contract job. कोई तकलीफ नहीं है. फिर भी they can ask you, अरे भाई, you are used to working in permanent jobs, why do you want to come to contract? उसका
Right.
आंसर क्या बोलेंगे आप?
Sir, I had thought about this question beforehand also, and the reason that I particularly wanted for a contractual is that it gives me that flexibility. That is what I want. I have that option to explore more, to even if there's a contractual. With permanent jobs, we tend to get a little laid back. That is what I feel, that there's some kind of comfort level that.
Okay, don't ever tell him, look boy, you are in permanent job, you are not working. ऐसा नहीं है. But so you have to tune down this answer by telling that I am confident, even though it is going to be on contract basis, my performance will make the employer retain me for further period. And if it is not to be so, I am sure confident I am of getting some other green pasture, some other opportunity. मिल जाएगा.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
Like yesterday, I was not aware I am going to talk to Samarth today. तो Amarth तो Samarth आ गया.
Yeah.
ऐसा
Right.
भी कोई ना कोई आदमी आएगा जिसका साथ में हम लोग का काम कर सकते हैं. So you manage that question nicely. And now
Okay.
tell me, why should I select you?
Right. So for that, I have a couple of reasons that I can give. The first one is that I have a diverse amount of experience that I've been able to garner. I had a lot of experiences, and I was able to deliver I was pan Indian one. I was among the top rankers in Axis Bank. So in performance, I was able to deliver the best. Second, I feel is that my ability to connect with clients in terms of dealing with relationships or understanding their needs is what separates me out from the rest. And third is my objectivity. So I have been, in the past 1.5 years, I've been able to garner a lot of perspective and objectivity into my whatever I was doing and whatever I am planning to do.
1 minute. Hello, I am talking to another person in Zoom. I will call you in 5 minutes. Okay. please. Yeah. So good. Now you must be you must be able to tell it effectively. I mean, you told nicely. You are telling confidently. A confidence is what is required. You will
Yeah.
you'll be selected. No worry.
Right, sir.
100% you will be selected. But have you been trying for other similar opportunities in other banks?
This is actually the first interview that I'm giving for for a bank. In fact, for anywhere.
Oh, no. Some other options also came. Na? Some, I'm not sure, Union Bank or Central Bank. Some other banks also came out with a work like this. Yes or no? Are you in
I
the
think
process of looking
I
out applications? No.
I was in the process of looking out applications, but this is the first one that I applied for.
For more suitable for you.
Right.
Good. Very good. You are doing very well. कोई चिंता नहीं. आपको hobbies क्या है?
Sir, I'm actually a musician, so I play, I sing, and I'm also into sports.
Music means film music.
I play guitar, so I like to sing and play whenever I get time.
No. Sing which type of songs?
All types of song, no particular genre. Any song that I can sing and I can play, I would do it.
Very good. Okay. Then what else is your hobby?
I am into sports, so I've been into sports from the past 15 years.
Which sports?
I've been into multiple sports, mostly into mixed martial arts. So I've done karate, I've done jiu-jitsu, I've done wrestling.
No,
So I
but
keep on.
be specific about 3 or 4.
Right.
Multiple बोलने से तो you are not
Okay.
clear कम अभी लगता है.
Okay.
Tell 2 or 3 areas or 4 areas.
Okay. Right.
Then apart from that, what else is your
Sir, apart from that, I am also into academics. So I am currently doing my master's in anthropology side by side. From
masters in
anthropology.
Oh, good.
Right. So
good, very good. They can ask you the relevance of anthropology to your role.
Right.
I don't know.
In fact,
how you justify, I don't know.
No, in fact, sir, I find that this subject is very relevant to all fields which are related to humankind, because it's all about understanding and appreciating differences, and that is what anthropology does.
Excellent.
It teaches you to be tolerant. Yeah.
Very nice. Best wishes. Your interview is on 28th or 29th?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Best wishes. Attend the interview. At the end, kindly make out a list of questions they are asking and send through WhatsApp or mail to me.
Okay, I'll share them.
You are doing very well. Absolutely, there is no reason why you should not be selected. Only thing is, what about the pay scale? Have they offered pay scale, fixed scale, or it is negotiable?
Actually, in the notice, they said that depends on the candidate as well as the previous, salary drawn.
Now, what is the salary you are going to show them?
I'll in the last drawn salary that I have with Axis Bank, I have the salary slips, so I can.
उसमें से कम 50% ज़्यादा मंगाइए. 50 to, if it is, I know it won't be very high. It can be around 30 to 40. So, is it more than this number I told you? More than the number I told you?
30 to 40 as in?
30 to 40.
नहीं, आप क्या
per month?
नहीं, उससे
ज़्यादा है.
हाँ.
Oh, तब तो बढ़िया है. Maybe if you have been getting 60, 70, then you ask for 30% more than that.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Badhiya. Best wishes. Because I have been used to having Axis Bank boys who are drawing only less than this, 30, 35.
Okay.
Very good. You have done well. Best wishes. Please send the list of questions to me.
Sure, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much for your time.
Bye. Done very well. So one of the very good interviews of a confident person. I mean, you should become an entrepreneur If
Right.
only you had money, you would have become an entrepreneur. Money. Huh,
We'll
that
do
is.
that as well
Yeah.
somewhere later, right?
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye, sir.
Bye.